Huh. Wow, you guys are quite active tonight, huh? How is everyone doing? Welcome, Windex. Welcome, V. A lot of talk about Mario and Luigi. I think I've only ever played one of them, and it might have been a rental. I should probably remedy that at some point, but then again, I've got like a crap load to remedy at this point. If I recall, the Final Fantasy Pixel Perfect remasters have just released, so or at least that's what it sounded like, given what I was seeing on Twitter earlier today. So what I'll probably do at some point is, you know, after Kingdom Hearts, we'll be switching to Final Fantasy X, and then after Final Fantasy X, I'll do 6, because that's one that I never have played. And then I might as well do 5 as well, because, well, we never got that here. Like, us Americans really did not get enough of the Final Fantasies. When you have less in your backlog, I thoroughly recommend the Mario and Luigi games. I've heard they're pretty good. Oh, welcome, Gabe. Heard good things about Final Fantasy V. I have too. I've just never been able to play it, because the only real way to play that game here in the US was by a really ridiculous fan translation, which translated the main character's name as Butts. Yes. Butts. I know X-Death is a particularly hammy, semi-beloved villain. I've heard that, yeah. But Savior of the Universe. Yep. I think there was another translation that called him Bartz, which still sounds ridiculous, but I think I could take that more seriously than someone coming up to me and saying, you know, like, my name is Butts. I saved this city. I think Bartz is correct. I wouldn't be surprised. Eat my shorts. We should probably switch over to Xenoblade Chronicles. Probably. I don't know how long it takes before Twitch gets a wee bit angry about not doing the game. So I guess we'll do that. As you can tell, I've been playing a few different games. I think in Japanese it ended up Batsu, so the early translation became Butts. What a name. I know that the main character in, what was it? The main character in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was named Benjamin. Oh, hey, Pokemon League. Yeah. Pokemon League of Legends. I played it a bit. I think it's fun. I'm not good at it, though it's kind of hard to be good at it when the auto-aim is so restrictive? The auto-aim for Pokemon Unite is honestly my least favorite part about it.
Huh. He's massive.
I get a kick out of seeing people's faces every time.
We were told that you were waiting for us.
That's right. I've been waiting a long time. Waiting for you to accept my request.
Request?
But first, let me ask. The sword the young man is holding. Is that the Monado?
Look at his tiny legs!
And the destruction of the fortress on the sword. Was that your lot's doing?
Yes. Although unfortunately we were unable to stop Egil.
Egil?
Do you know him? He claims to be the leader of Mechonis.
This Egil that you fought is one of our people. He's my son.
Your son?
Actually, my request is about him as well.
Ah.
I want you to kill Egil.
They said the K word. Well, that chapter ended very quickly. 12 minutes into stream, we completed a chapter. Absolute Eddie Pig's voice actor. He is an absolute unit. Oh, hey Kishiru. Hello, Bulldog. How are you guys? Chapter 13. God Gaming right here. Yeah, we're speed running now. Hey, look, it's the Elder Nopon.
Dearest Homs and Nopon representatives, my humble gratitude for accepting our invitation. I am Kallian Antiqua, Regent of the High Entia.
We all know who you are. You High Entia have kept yourselves safe, remaining spectators to our destruction. Why call upon us now?
As stated in my invitation, it is our intention to form an allied force from the peoples of Bionis, with which we will confront Mechonis.
Look at you. One little scratch and you're already crying for help.
I cannot deny this. The attack did serve as the catalyst, but the fact remains that things have changed.
When we needed help at the Battle of Sword Valley, our cries were ignored. Give me one good reason why we should bother. Huh?
I understand your anger. Our selfishness was inexcusable. However, please hear what I have to say. Listen to why our stance has changed.
Stop talking if you like, but no promises we'll stick around to the end.
We High Entia were mistaken. We believed that if we were attacked by the Mechon, our power alone could repel them. But a brave group of young heroes showed us the error of our ways. When the Mechon descended upon Aerith Sea, Shulk fought with a courage I have never seen. I was most surprised to see that this group was comprised of different races. Homs, Nopon, High Entia. Although different, they trusted one another as friends. As just one inhabitant of Bionis, I desired to... No, I felt compelled to become strong like them.
Their strength came from the Monado. Bravery only gets you so far in this world.
Then you will not join us?
Hold your horses, son. I said they didn't win with bravery alone, but they wouldn't have got far without it. All right. You can count on our help.
The Nopon will join too. The Hum-Hum and Bird people are friends of the Nopon. We will fight together.
Dixon, are you leaving?
Yeah. It's just I felt this sudden pain in the neck.
Is that your response?
Don't go jumping the gun there, Prince. I'll leave the colony's forces with old Atharon here. You can use them however you want. I've got somewhere I need to be.
Might I ask where?
A battle's more than just a head-on assault. The sooner you realize that, the better. I better go and remind Shulk and all.
So you know of their whereabouts?
I told you. I've got a pretty good idea.
Dixon!
Yeah?
If you should meet Shulk,
What?
I have something I want you to tell him.
You want us to kill your son? That is no small request.
There are hardly any of us Machina left on Mechonis. Back when the Bionis and the Mechonis were fighting,
This is a long
the
cutscene.
Bionis almost completely wiped us out. I suppose the Bionis just didn't want us around. Lady Mayneth fought the Bionis for us. In the end, the two Titans wounded each other and entered a deep slumber.
Who was Lady Mayneth?
The creator of Mechonis. You could say that she is the Mechonis itself.
You talk like you saw all this. Ain't this all just an ancient myth?
I know I look young, but I'm actually quite old. I saw the whole thing with my own eyes.
You can't be serious.
The people of Mechonis must have a longer lifespan. Just like we High Entia live far longer than Homs.
I get that. But he can't have lived that long.
But why do you want your son dead? From what you've told us, I would have thought you'd want us to destroy the Bionis rather than kill your own son.
Egil was a brilliant young man. Clever, strong, and kind to the less able. But he never forgave the Bionis for what it did, and he swore to take revenge.
So he wants to do to us what the Bionis did to the Machina?
Correct. Egil is trying to eradicate all innocent life on Bionis. He has to be stopped.
Didn't you ever try to stop him?
We tried once. A lot of people were killed. He's blinded by revenge. Even Lady Mayneth herself couldn't convince him to stop.
Where is Egil now?
Most likely the Mechonis capital. He's trying to restore its former glory all by himself.
I feel sorry for him.
Oi! What are you talking about? Did you forget what he did to us?
I haven't forgotten or forgiven. But Egil's clearly suffered a lot in his life. You don't feel any sympathy at all?
All I know is, this stinks. Who cares what he's been through?
Rind!
I understand about Egil. But why us? You should be aware that Shulk's sword, the Monado, has the power to destroy Mechonis weaponry. It's said that it was once the sword of the Bionis. Doesn't the very sight of it make you quiver?
Zanza.
Huh?
Oh, just talking to myself. If you're gonna kill Egil, you'll need all of that sword's power. That's how strong Egil is. But enough talk. You must be tired. Take your time and think it over. Until the young lady's treatment is finished, feel free to spend time in our village.
She has done well to survive such injury.
What do you mean? Is she sick?
Since you seem to have knowledge of Hom's medicine, I'll explain it like this. I'm afraid she's had several of her organs removed. Am I correct in assuming she was configured to operate inside a Mechon?
That's right.
She has been transformed into a Mecon's central nerve unit. Her blood can now circulate through a Mecon's components.
How?
I believe her immune system is now configured for compatibility with the Mechon. That's why her strength has depleted.
But you can treat her, can't you? Please.
Of course. Even as a Machina doctor, I cannot turn a blind eye to this butchery. With our equipment, she will regain her strength, but she will be stuck with this body. I cannot restore her flesh and blood Hom's body.
That's okay. I don't want to be a burden to Shulk. I don't care if I have a machine body. Just make it so I can fight beside him.
Fiora, leave it to me. If that is your wish, I'll do my best. I must implant a new circulation system for her immune functions. But we have one problem.
A problem?
I don't have a piezoelectric unit, which is required to control such a system. As long as she remains on this bed, the life support machine can compensate. But to move around freely, she must have the piezoelectric unit. The same unit is used in Mechon, so if you were to find some Mechon parts...
But where?
Well, outside of the village at the base of Digit 5, there's a beach. Debris from above washes ashore there. You might be able to find one among the Mekon wreckage.
We'll take a look. The beach at the base of Digit 5, right?
Yes. It gives off a faint red glow, so it might be easier to find at night.
That was a long cutscene. Alright, scroll up a little bit. Doing okay. They gave your smoothie order to someone else, which is why I didn't get here earlier. That's always kind of a bummer. But, you know, sometimes, you know, the workers have too much on their hands. It's always funny when you save and leave right before the end of a chapter without knowing it's the end. Yep, you come back and it's just done. You and Jelly did a cookout today. Oh, what'd you make? Birdman. He cannot deny it. A brave group of young heroes showed us the arrow. Yep, that's a JRPG. Yep. How is Ricky brave? Sometimes wonder. Ricky just doesn't care. Dude's 40 and has a dozen kids. He's brave to have married Akka. Cutscene doesn't stop. What is the Xenoblade or Metal Gear Solid? Yes, it's a JRPG. Is there a, like, 10-ish minutes or more of cutscene? There is. In all of the games. Yeah, they can be long. Did we kill Metal Face? Yeah. Even splattered. Don't flatter yourself, Mikael. You don't look young. No, he does not look young for his age. If I was his age, I'd be a skeleton. And how old is he? But that's a lot of Xenoblade characters. I forgot, but over 1,000 easily. Someone is 9,999. It's so stupid. His hands so stupid. It's so tiny. And his arms are pretty short. Yeah, he has like super short limbs. Because he's Daddy Pig. That is true. Base Mekon are just mechs. I only realize this now. Reverse mechs in a sense. How so? They aren't people using robots, they're robots using people. It's just a person and a robot. I raise you, Mumcar. Mumcar's just a bastard. Yeah, he is. Of course he'd be okay with that situation. Yeah, and the robot ain't stopping him. Zord as well, but not to the same extent. Oh, for a bit I forgot this island was a broken off arm. That's cool. All faces seen aren't controlled by the robots, but are instead controlling the robots while being controlled by Egil. Huh. Weird. Pasta with mascarpone sauce? I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but interesting. Heart to heart. Sounds good, though. Oh yeah, there's the unit. Faces are really dumb to explain. It sounds like utter nonsense. Can't be any crazier than trying to explain Kingdom Hearts lore. That's just pure insanity right there. It's heckin' tasty. Your favorite dish? That's nice. I gotta get back into cooking myself. I've been away from it for a wee bit. Interesting. There are some Mekons here. Came across a bizarre Xenoblade fanfic. Is that so? And welcome, Certified Tsundere. I am dying. Gotta slap it a bit. There you are. Few with a YTV cartoon. There's Dunban X Squidward Ryan, X Patrick SpongeBob, X Ricky Sandy, X Melia, and Plankton, X Mumcart. What? Plankton deserves better than that. That is a horrible ship. Mumcart is just mean, but Plankton is perfect. And Squidward with Dunban be like, just picture him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot. No. Oh. Crabble. I haven't seen those things since the very beginning of the game. Dunban is fairly attractive, though. Most weirdest fanfic I've come across in 2021. Blossom sandals are his best footwear. Should I even ask why? Also, I don't know why, but the talk of fanfic reminded me, because I was looking at it a bit earlier, and a lot of this user's works basically are like just really bizarre fan fiction. Has anyone heard of Tamers 1234 at all? The only reason challenge mode is perfect. I have no idea what that is. Tamers1234 is a user who does like Sonic Underground fan fiction, and their art style is very unique. Feel free to look it up. It will probably give you like 1 billion results, because there's something of a popular face amongst that fandom. What am I stuck on? Oh, Dunban got toppled. Oh, hello. Wait, there's a UM on the beach? Probably. Oop. That did not go so well because of Splendid Bottas here. Basically came in and just destroyed us. You will know our names is playing. Yeah. Become speed. Ouch. Yeah, that did not go well. That UM is in a very, like, awkward position. Like, for story progression, it's just sitting there. At least that's how it looked. Looked like it was just sort of sitting there in a distant location. Where did it even come from, actually? Now that I am away. Oh, there it is. So that's where it was. It has a large patrol radius. Blizzard, Billsgas. Avalanche Abassi. Now it just sounds like you're listing off like Mega Man X. It's like Mega Man X Maverick names from the sounds of things. Yeah, this UM has a huge patrol radius. It's kind of ridiculous. Ooh, ouch. That did not go well. Yes, Maverick names are great, especially when they stop using the animal name. Tornado Tunyon. I don't think most people remember Tornado Tunyon. He is kind of easily forgotten. We're gonna have to flee this, because this is just a bad situation. I missed out on a few things while dealing with the UN. What was it? Sonic Underground? Are you kidding me? Let's begin with this issue number 1. Sonic Underground. I know nothing about Sonic Underground aside from it being weird and the exploding robot baby. Yeah. And then there's all of the names. Aged Lorgy and Ageless Moabit are my favorite duo. What was the Mushroom Maverick from X4? I don't know, because I never actually played X4 at all. There we go, we're doing a lot better this time. Ugh. There we are. Now we actually got everything dealt with here. I think I can fight the UM. I just need to find a way to get it, like, isolated. Ew, that's bad. Yeah, that's very bad. Can't follow us into the ocean, can ya? Oh yeah, they can fly. If non-UMs had insta-kill arts, I'd hate this game so much. If you want an idea of what it would be like to have, like, non-special monsters with insta-kill moves, play Skies of Arcadia. Because it's really, really bad with that. I kind of liked my time with it, but I will not deny that it was absolutely atrocious with that. I think it was like the second major dungeon in the game has legitimately like one common enemy that can cast a spell that has a chance, legitimately a chance, to instantly kill you. Oh. I've never had that get bounced back at me. There we are. Oh, we got another person in the battle. That's what's going on. Well, we got the unique monster dealt with. Now the easy part. Oop. There we are. Let's see. X6 gave us some great names like Metal Shark Player and Infinity. Oh yeah, weren't like most of X6's Maverick names based off of Guns N' Roses? Or was that X5? That sounds horrible. Shield on is beautiful. His boost 2 must be pretty good then for it to bounce off and attack. Still on the Mega Man wiki looking at cool Maverick names. That's X5, Guns N' Roses 5. Okay. Like, the attack that bounced off was that, Monado move. That's supposed... Monado Buster or whatever. X8 has Gigabolt Manowar. Ah, yeah, the On Rails stage. Because they worked so well in X7. It also has Dark Mantis, which is very underwhelming. Monado Buster is very bad? Is it? I've never had it be all too bad for, like, fighting Mechon. It's about as strong as Air Slash on the side. It's the worst Monado art in the game. Weird that it's been basically carrying me. Maybe I just make do with garbage. Dark Mantis doesn't get to share a roster with Bamboo Pandemonium and Earthrock Trilobite. Yeah, there's some weird names when it comes to X8, I think, because they were running out of ideas. Enchant and Water and Armor are way better at dealing with Mechon and every enemy in the game other than the super bosses. I know Enchant is basically necessary. Because, you know, Mechon, you can't hurt them if you don't have them either toppled or your weapons enchanted. Or apparently you use magic. Basically, if you're a sword user, you can sit in the corner and cry. Enchant and Purge are necessary for half the battles in the game. I've noticed that. You'd think they were out of ideas with X2 when they made a dude named Wire Sponge, who isn't even a sponge, he's a pickle, or a cucumber. I mean, X2 was weird. Purge gives you sadness. Is it because it basically is required for anything that has spike damage? It only takes a quarter art gauge. They all take different gauge? I didn't notice that.
How are you?
How did it go? Did you find the unit? Yes. I'm gonna have to agree X2 is weird. X2 was more or less just made because they realized that X1 was, like, super necessary for, like, bolstering their sales. So, like, you know, the very first thing they do is, hey, X1 gave us, like, a bunch of money. Let's make a second one. Which is an understandable business practice, but I feel like at the same time, it's better to go in if you actually have new ideas. And X2, I don't feel like they did? At least not many, because, like you said, there's the Wheel Gator stage, which was actually pretty cool. They had some neat ideas, but I feel like a lot of it was just recycled. Buster takes full gauge, Enchant takes half, Speed takes half, Shield takes half, and Purge takes a quarter. Huh. I never noticed.
I think we found it. Is this the piezoelectric unit?
Yes, that's it. Well done.
Leonardo, will Fiora be okay now?
She'll be fine. It will just take me a little time to reconfigure and install the unit. Leave it to me.
That's why the Buster is kind of bad.
But
I see.
Shulk, do you want her to see you looking exhausted when she wakes up?
You're right. I'll try and get some rest. Thank you for everything you're doing.
I can't get over her
By the way,
peanut helmet.
The chief says he wants to speak with you. I think it's about Egil.
I'll go and see him.
If it was a normal art, it would be busted, but because it stops you from using Purge, it becomes bad.
Good. You mustn't overburden
X4 mushroom,
yourself.
split
We will
mushroom.
help you in any way we can.
Thank you.
Not too bad. Not very interesting either, though. What is this?
Welcome.
sleep coming right up. And another cutscene? Jesus. Must be nearing the end of the game. It's going real ham on cutscenes.
How are you? Sleep well?
Yes, very well. I wanted to, talk about your son.
Have you made up your mind?
Yes. We agree with you. Egil must be stopped. But we can't act now.
Oh? Why's that?
Before we came here, we heard of plans to form an allied force on Bionis. Any day now, they're going to launch an attack on Mechonis. But it's too dangerous. Egil has made a weapon that could kill us all.
The weapon that Mumkar was using? The one that shoots green fluid?
He said it can decompose any being from Bionis.
We have to go back and warn them, before it's too late.
Well, you could always ask me to do it.
Dixon! What are you doing here? I can't believe you found us.
Why? This place is directly below the fortress. If you fell from up there, I figured you must have ended up here. And Bob's your uncle.
You're looking well, Dixon.
Ah, I see you're looking like your usual old self.
You know each other?
Kinda.
I scratch his back. He scratches mine. He tells us about the outside world, and we give him technology and information.
Why did you keep that to yourself? That information is vital to all who fight Mechonis.
Not all of us Homs are good people. What would happen if the Mechonis-hating types found this place? These Machina cut themselves off from the world to get away from pointless fighting.
So they escaped to live in peace. Somewhere they wouldn't be seen. Makes sense.
Clever little crown princess, ain't ya?
So this is where you obtained all that stuff you brought back to Colony 9. I wondered where you were getting it from.
I thought it was fine as long as it helped Shulk out at the lab. I guess the secret's out now. So, that weapon. How dangerous are we talking about?
I haven't discovered why, but it disintegrates anything it touches. But only if it's living tissue from Bionis.
Bet that would come in handy.
Dixon!
I'm only joking. Anyway, for now, just don't let any of it touch you. I'll come up with something to counter it. Leave it with me and I'll keep you posted. You lot go and take care of that Eagle or whatever his name is. If you take him down, the Allied force might not even be needed.
Okay. Let me think about it for a bit. Fiora.
Ain't made your mind up yet?
Dixon, listen.
Dunban told me all about it. The goal of your mission. So, you wanted to avenge Fiora?
Yes.
But you found her alive. And now you've got her back. So, you're all done now, ain't ya?
What are you fighting for, Dixon?
Me? He just gets right under my skin. That Egil guy.
Because he's trying to exterminate the Homs?
There's that. But that ain't everything. It's his hatred for the Bionis. Or more like his aim to wipe out everything that lives on the Bionis. I'll tell you one thing. That Bionis allied force is coming together quicker than I thought.
Really?
Yep. That high-end-tier prince is really moving things along.
Will they launch an attack on Mechonis?
Of course. But it looks like the prince has got another plan. He gave me a message for you. When the Allied force attacks Mechonis, you don't need to join the fight. He wants you to take advantage of the chaos and do what it is you need to do.
Prince Callian said that.
I was pretty surprised too. He looks like a sissy, but he's got guts.
Yeah. I think that's the type of man he is.
So, what are you gonna do? He wanted me to let him know.
We're going to the Mechonis capital.
You're gonna take down Egil?
I don't know. I can't forgive the Mechon for what they've done. But after listening to Mikkel, I think there might be another way.
You're too soft.
Do you really think that?
Too right. He's the self-proclaimed leader of Mechonis. I heard about what he did to the Monado. If you face him, it might get eaten up. But you have to throw everything at him, even if there's only a slim chance of winning. Hesitate for 1 second, and you're a goner.
We won't let Shulk die. Not ever.
Fiora, are you okay to be walking around?
Yep.
I have to hand it to her. That Lunada's pretty good. And not just with machines. She's also quite familiar with organic physiology.
You went to get the things you needed to cure me, right? I'm sorry I caused all this hassle. But I'm fine now. I'll be by your side, fighting to protect you. No matter where we go, no matter how difficult it gets, Shulk will do the right thing. It doesn't matter how slim our chances. Shulk will always stick to the right path.
And don't forget, it's because of Shulk that we are all here, fighting together. I think that shows he has a strong character. Am I wrong, Dixon?
Well, when I think about everything you lot have done, I can't deny that.
Dixon, we're going to the Mechonis capital. About the Allied force.
Yeah, leave it to me. I ain't gonna let anything happen to the colony. Those Mechon won't get away with anything else.
A lot of rain.
Are you going?
Yes. Thank you for all your help.
You might run into someone called Vanea in the capital. Just mention my name, she'll lend a hand.
Vanea?
Is she a Machina as well?
She's my daughter. She won't be far from Egil.
Hold on. You mean she's Egil's sister?
You've got it, lad.
And you say she'll help us?
The girl doesn't want to hurt Egil, but she doesn't like what he's doing. She should be a big help to you young'uns.
I don't know why she'd help us, but we'll try and find her when we get there.
Good luck.
Fiora, don't forget, I've only made temporary repairs. I think you should be able to fight, but don't overdo it. Come and see me the moment you experience any further system failure.
I will. Thank you.
In the meantime, I'm hoping I'll find a way to restore your former body.
Is that possible?
Theoretically, it might be possible to use your genetic information to regenerate your missing organs. Sorry, it's unfair for me to give you hope. To be honest, there's very little chance. But if there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to try.
Thank you, Leonardo.
Fiora.
Don't make that face. Okay, let's go.
Off you go, kid. I'm counting on you and the Monado. Don't let me down, Shulk.
That's a lot of cutscenes.
Why did that face betray me? And that light? No, that is not possible. It must have been remnants of memories from her former life that made me lose control. Memories. They are what limited the potential of Metalface as well. I now know that I must erase every last trace of what they once were. All my servants need is the instinct to fight. This Hom's female. She was with the boy who wields the Monado. The light of her memory. It shines strongly in this one. Bring me face 20814. So it is this male. The boy Shulk remains a thorn in my side. I will enjoy watching my minion crush him. Be still, my servant. I see that your memories cause you much suffering.
Oh, it's good. It's Godot. Oh, that's gonna be awful for Sharla.
Shulk, take this.
What is it?
There's a path leading from the base of Digit 2 to the foot of the Mechonis. This is the security key to the door that seals the path. We who live in the village don't have any need for it, but it will be invaluable to you.
We're in your debt, Linada.
Shulk, Fiora, take care on your journey.
We will.
Linada, thank you for everything.
There we are. That took a while. All right, let's catch up a little bit. I like how the cutscenes are always just long enough for the Switch to start going into sleep mode. You know, something went wrong in the naming department when someone trying to remember it comes up with better wrong names. I was thinking it was like Gemini Fungus. Something actually cool. Split Mushroom sounds funny though, you have to admit. Yeah, it is. And from the beginning, all the Mega Man bosses in all of the games, 1 or 2, have really funny or stupid names. Hard Man and Snake Man in the same game. And Top Man. Torch Man, Wood Man, none really sound cool. Toad Man, who sounds pathetic and is pathetic. Oh, he's super pathetic. You need to fire one single shot at him. And then you can walk over to the other side because he'll jump after every shot and then shoot him again. And then you just keep doing that back and back and back and forth. And then before you know it, he did. Dustman. Dustman actually had a cool design though, I will admit. Dixon quotes. And Bob's your uncle. Don't let me suck more than I can handle. An honest to God Dustman quote. Oh my God. Nothing's better than Dustman. Is he a Hoover? The game is going through this long, serious, emotional cutscene. We're just making fun of Mega Man bosses. We're talking about something more serious. This cutscene makes me feel an emotion, and very strongly. Mega Man 8 gives us Aquaman and Clown Man. Ugh, Clown Man, his stage is the worst. Well, okay, it's not the worst stage in the entire game, but I hate it with such a fiery passion. The little toy soldiers in Clown Man's stage are just so obnoxious. You will know the emotion in a few streams. One is copyright trouble waiting to happen. The other is it's Clown Man. Feel bad for Gold trying to catch up on chat in a moment. No, it's fine. He has an aversion to Mega Man boss names. Okay, listen. I was and still kind of am a massive Mega Man fan. I've missed out on a few Mega Man games like Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Battle Network, but I used to play a crap load of like the classic Mega Man, the Mega Man X games. For some reason I missed 4 and 6, but I played every other one. I also played Mega Man ZX and Mega Man ZX Advent. I played through the entirety of the Zero series. And just, I love those games a lot. It's raining, it's pouring, the Mechon are snoring. Why are there so many names that end in EA and Xenoblade 1? There's like 4. Because it sounds fantasy-y. True, but they don't reuse any ending that sound fantasy. Welcome to the never-ending cutscene. It's a good cutscene, at least. Wait, say Gadol again? Is it Gadol? I thought it was Godot. I misremembered the spelling of his name. I thought it was spelled like Godot, which... Gadol? Is that how it's pronounced? Yeah. Coffee Man. Yeah, it's Brewster from it's Brewster from Animal Crossing. Or the game engine. I've been meaning to actually use Godot for something at some point, because it, honest to God, looks like it's a really solid game engine. But I just have not gotten around to learning enough programming stuff. I'm shocked Mega Man hasn't had a Coffee Man at this point, at any point. Give him a moment. They will with time. How many of these Type 3s do I have? Can I actually make a full purple Ricky? I cannot. Time Man was a kind of an alarm clock, so it's vaguely close. It's another thing to wake up to. Yeah. Caffeine Man is a good name. I mean, they did have, what was it? Mega Man 11 semi-recently, so we might actually find ourselves seeing more Robot Masters before long. I haven't actually seen how she looks in the Aerith type. If I just equipped everyone with Aerith type nonsense, how would that look? Mega Man 11 had cool designs. Mega Man 11 is one of the few games of like the classic Mega Man type that I've never actually played. It came out when I was kind of just not doing anything. It kind of looks cool, but it kind of shows a bit much for being armor, don't you think? Like, the entire backside is exposed, and while, yeah, there's shoulder blades to kind of block, like, the destruction of one's lungs, it's still, like, the sides, and not exactly very efficient. Her back will be cold, yeah. I don't know about anyone else, but, like, armor is something I find, like, super important, because if you can make cool-looking armor and have it also be, like, practical, that's really nice. But, you know, sometimes cool and practical don't match up. In fact, oftentimes they don't. Man. Everyone else looks like super cool in this armor style, and then Ryan looks like a dork. Impact Man might be my favorite armor from Mega Man 11. I usually just use the default armor for the characters, since some of the armor ruin some cutscenes. Oh, you mean like Dunban's armor with its glowing wing? Wonder what does Charla's stuff look like? Because I haven't actually... Okay, that's even more revealing than her normal getup. To think her outfit was already kind of ridiculous. Spiky Ricky getting spiked. I actually liked the Spiky Ricky design. Oh, does she have unique armors that she can... Dunban channels his inner Sephiroth. Does kind of have that. I always forget which is supposed to be like the wings that you're customizing for Ricky. And I don't know why. But like the... what was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it this? No. Titan type? That one. I really like this one. I had him, like... Let me actually set him back to what I had set up for him before. I basically had him looking like this. Really dislike Porcupine Ricky. I had him looking like this the entire time. I thought it was kind of cool. But at the same time, I also really like the Aerith style for Ricky. One slap from those and Ricky has taken another life. Ricky has never stopped taking lives. One touch. Yeah. I also like that I just left it as, like, the fish. Oh. There we go. Now he's menacing. Also, is Fiora any good? Like, at all? Because I haven't had Fiora in my party since the very beginning of the game. What do you mean he's always menacing? True, but now he's extra menacing. Fiora is busted. Alright, so... of my party, is there anyone that she is just strictly better than? Legitimately one of the best characters? Dunban is worse than her? Alright. Let's try having Fiora out. I'll also try playing as Fiora. Why not? Unless you want to Thanos snap Shulk. I mean, I could. I could have, like, Fiora, Melia, and Ricky. Ricky's just standing there, menacingly. What was that noise? It sounded like she was trying to hurl. Fiora has to vomit. I think the best... It ain't alley-oop. No, it isn't. Ryan has the best jump sound. And I think the most neutral jump sound, like, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just... it exists. Would probably be, what's his name? Shulk. That one. I don't know why I forgot Shulk's name. I've been playing as him the entire game. Oh, that's for toppled enemies, I see.
Let's keep this up.
I'm too used to Shulk's. I'm not sure you heard Ryan's. Ryan is as good as all his other voice lines. Hold on, just one moment. There's a very specific video. I've shown it before. Like, I've shown it before when I was, let's see. What did I have it? I had it set to Firefox. Let me get it real quick. There's a video I've shown once before when I was doing this. And I think it describes all you need to know about Ryan. So let's watch a video for a little bit, yeah? Oh, wait. It's super quiet. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Give it all you got, Melia.
Acknowledged. I will give it my all.
Yeah! Let's go!
Melia, impressive.
Millie, do it good.
My rifle's getting hotter. Good. Jump, Melia.
Shulk!
Shulk? What's wrong?
Oh, yeah! I'm powering up. Now it's Ryan time. Ali, Ryan! Oop.
Make sure to keep it up, old man. I literally just watched this video today. Well, we have similar tastes, I guess. Steamed hams with Ryan and Shulk is also treasure. Oh yeah, that one's really good. The perfect video now exists. Honestly, I think it's tough competition, because a lot of the Xenoblade meme videos are really solid. Like, there's hold on, there's another one I gotta find.
Right.
Okay. One more video. One more video.
Ryan, you're a lifesaver.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I mean, like, that one is one that a lot of people are familiar with. It's so dumb. There's just so much of it. Wide Shulk is a thing that exists. Oh yeah. There's just so many, like, meme videos of Xenoblade, and a lot of them date from before, like, the definitive edition was even considered. And it's just wild to me, because now that I'm actually getting into Xenoblade and all that, I'm, like, finally just going, you know, into the depths of the fandom. Because I honestly love this game. I've got my gripes with it. It's not a perfect game. There's no such thing as a perfect game. But I'll be damned if it isn't really close. The Paralyzer riff just completes it. Yeah. Xenoblade is very quotable and the voice lines are so good, so it's easy to imagine how people use them. Oh yeah. I don't think it's on the level of TF2 in terms of what you can do with the voice lines, because TF2 is an unholy gold mine when it comes to that. Just look at all the Gmod videos. Oh, hello. Oh. They moved. Ooh, that's a neat animation. Xenoblade... Oh wait, I read that one already. My favorite video game series is the Xenoblade game series, although my 20,000 hours in Smash would disagree. I mean, we don't always, like, no-life the games that we love to bits. Always, because... I mean, I kinda sorta did with Dark Souls. Dark Souls is the series that I am most familiar with. My favorite meme from a game I haven't played. Lady Eldegard. Ladogard. Fire Emblem Three Houses. I still need to actually play more of the Fire Emblem games. I'm not actually sure what Fiora's best moves are. Strike an enemy inflicting sleep. That could be useful. Edelgard gives me anger. Her routes are dog water. Just play Blue Lions. She gets a really good art after a certain point in the story. Ah. An AoE force topple art. Oh, that sounds really good. It said we need 2 of these to rebuild Colony 6. I wonder what they would want rainbow slugs for. Food.
Everyone, do your best.
Your dare challenge hereupon.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to get wild. I'm feeling pretty good. You're a lifesaver. I can do it. I know I can. You're out of here. No problem at all.
I actually like this robotic body that Fiora has. It's kind of cool looking. It lasts for 3 seconds as well. Oh yeah, that's really good. Rainbow slugs are extremely hard to get, just like ice cabbages. Rainbow slugs sound pretty? Yeah, kinda. And black liver beans and everything for Colony 6. Is there a benefit to doing anything for Colony 6, by the way? because I have completely neglected it. There's a lot of enemies. Well, that didn't work. Oop, wrong one. Perfect. Rainbow Slug makes me think of sea slugs, and I love sea slugs. Good armor upgrading nature gives higher level ether crystals in the mines. The prettiest animals were kept at the bottom of the ocean, and the ugliest as well. Yeah. It's good rewards, but annoying to get sometimes. Man, blobfish actually looks like a good normal fish. People who cite the dying corpses of them as what they look like are not poggers. I think a lot of people didn't know that that's what they looked like, is the thing. Because oftentimes people, and this will sound a little rude, a lot of times people are very short-sighted. Because they will go very much based on something's initial appearance, and that'll be basically what they think of a character or an animal or something like that. I actually like Fiora's moveset. I need to get more used to her layout, but let's see. There are other fish that are ugly even in water, but considering they knew about the pressure change for humans, it would be weird to consider. Maybe not even ugly fish, just creepy. Sometimes creepy in a cool way. Anglerfish. Yeah, anglerfish are pretty cool looking. I'm gonna stick to maining Shulk for now, though. Fiora is good, but I think I, for now, need to stick with what I know. Fiora suffers from the same problem that a character in 2 has, where she is just way more complex when it comes to customizing her stuff. Yeah. I think if I had to say anything about this game, it would be, I really wish, and I know it will never happen, but I really wish they could add, like, I don't know, a multiplayer mode so I can have someone take control of Fiora and Ricky. It's a very similar thing that I have with Kingdom Hearts, where, like, the AI for your partners are not bad, but I still would prefer to have a human companion over them. If that makes any sense. It would certainly prevent things like Ricky jumping off into pools of ether and slowly dying. It would be really fun to play Xenoblade with others. It would. I'm just imagining, like, running around having someone as, like, a Ricky heal abomination. No one can die as long as Ricky is there. I mean, we already basically got 2 healers. Your Rhine sideman who only deals damage. And don't forget, he takes aggro. Oh, and doesn't take aggro. Oh. Xenoblade Chronicles, but the AI is self-aware. Oh no. I'm just imagining all of the alley-oop. There would be endless alley-oop. That said, now that I think about it, Kingdom Hearts is now on PC. So theoretically, someone who is crazy enough could actually mod Kingdom Hearts to have online cooperative play. I know that sounds crazy, but I've seen people do crazy things with single-player games before. I mean, hell, they're making a multiplayer Skyrim mod already, so I think the possibilities for modding are theoretically endless. You just need to have someone smart enough to just blow open the hole that is, like, the barriers of a game's code. Have a Dunban with his art that takes away aggro, and boom, you're done. Yeah. Finally, Donald is entirely useful. Donald will basically keep everyone alive. Just all it took was taking away his AI. I imagine that, like, if Kingdom Hearts was to actually have, like, a cooperative mode like that, for one, I feel like most people who do really well as Donald would probably be the people that you trust, for, like, what was it? Anything for healing in a game. So, like, they would be your go-to cleric in an MMO or something. As I recall, the multiplayer Skyrim mod is already released, but in constant disrepair. Well, that's anything Skyrim, if I'm gonna be honest. Now, there's also the Morrowind multiplayer mod, which is made by different people, and while it also was fairly buggy, I feel like it was a much more complete product, because I feel like whoever was working on it actually understood what they were doing. I'm probably not even supposed to be going up here, but I'm kind of curious what is up here. Like, if anyone's played the Morrowind multiplayer mod, though, you'll know that, yes, it is still very busted, but Dang it, it is like a really solid experience. It's a secret area. Yes. That it is. Well, we're almost capable of doing this heart-to-heart, Ricky. Hello, thing. I don't even know why you're here. Wait, are... Oh. With a higher rainbow slug chance at night. Well, that'll be useful then. Thought it was a broken piece of metal. I thought it was like something I could fly on. Because I saw like, you know, a pterodactyl. My first thought, as a person who used to play a lot of Turok games, is, oh boy, a flying section. I remember getting destroyed by him. He's level 92, of course he's going to destroy. It's a wing of a level 95 monster. Yeah, and not just that, one that appears to also be a unique monster. I think. It had the lightning. He is stronger than Territorial Rotbart, the true final boss of Xenoblade 1. And 2? Is it in 2 as well? And is knockoff an X? He's a reoccurring character. As well as Immovable Gonzalez. Territorial Bart. They appear more than Shulk does. His most powerful art. Eat my shorts. Ricky, you're already the most powerful member of our party. You don't need to be even stronger. Fall a mile, land on your feet, take damage. Fall a mile, grab a ladder, perfectly fine. No one ever mentions them, though. Yeah, you'd think Shulk would lose his hands. Yeah.
Bionis and Mechonis.
Oh, it's so different, seeing them from this kind of perspective.
We cannot see it from here, but our people are still fighting up there.
It's difficult to believe that two such huge things ever fought each other. I wonder how the Machina felt at the time.
Must have been horrible.
Scary too.
Fear robs us of reason. Out of fear, we commit terrible atrocities, and call them acts of self-preservation.
Fear gives rise to more fear. A never-ending circle of hatred.
Perhaps that circle can be broken.
Fear. It must be what's driving this. What's made Egil act this way.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Glowy red eyes. Never a good sign. I should see if I can also bring them back to, like, default gear. Probably. Just so, like, they stop interfering with cutscenes. Titan type. Huh. Except for one character and two, they don't really respect the big monkey. There we are. Shulk in, I think, mostly default. I'm not sure what Ricky's default is anymore. I've had Ricky as a machine of death for a while. Maybe I'll keep Ricky as the machine of death. You know, just to keep it fitting to his power level. I forgot what the quote was, but it involved electric guitar playing monkey. Hold on. I think I've saved that image somewhere. Need to look. Because I know which one you're talking about. I've got it saved somewhere. And I saved it before I even knew what Xenoblade Chronicles was. Because it's, frankly, a quote that can be attributed to a lot of things. Won't spend too long looking for it, mind you, but... Let's see. I can probably just look it up and find it faster, actually. There we are. It's from a Nopon. Friend sounds startled, like 10-ton gorilla with fancy name appear from nowhere and start playing electric guitar. There we are. It's a perfect quote. It really is, because it works for, like, so many different games. Oh, you just understood the electric guitar part. I mean, fair enough. Beach type. I don't remember getting beach type anything. You know, the funny thing is, I honest to God do not remember what some of these characters' default gear was. I don't think this is what... What was... Ah, he was using middle type. There we are. And Scrap Driver as his base. And then I have literally no idea what Charla was using. I think it was just Colony type. Everyone's favorite shield himbo. I mean, that pretty accurately describes Rhine, honestly. I mean, I don't even remember her wearing so... It's like cowboy gear. I half expect her to go yeehaw and shoot me. She does shoot Melia at one point. Wouldn't doubt it. She isn't below homicide. The timing on her idle animation. Sometimes timing is just perfect. You know, I kind of forgot how much I actually really liked Dunban's, like, default outfit. He just looks so cool. We'll just have them stick with their defaults. Dunban can also wear an eye patch. Can he handle a turtle? Zeke, yes. That's basically the only thing I actually know about the second game. Is handling another man's, like handling a man's turtle or something like that. Zeke says I'm really feeling it. Does he? Does he actually? Zeke is the second game. I know he's in the second game. I'm quite aware of him. It's his mid-battle quote. Amazing. Nemesis drones. Oh, he is the second game. He is all of him. Oh no. Well, oh, it was the load zone. He has his own unique theme only for him, used twice. And it's in Smash. Is Zeke in Smash, though? Because it's so good. Remember noticing his theme in a tiny section that sounds like we're number one? He's in the back of the stage that was added with Pyra.
We're inside the Mechonis.
Just how I imagined it. It's all totally mechanical. It ain't gonna be easy getting up this thing.
Egil is at the top.
I totally forgot about Ryan's midriff. Not gonna lie, midriffs are peak fashion. It sounds like we hear number one so much. Wow, Rhino true genius. Yeah. Here we are, Mechonis. The red instead of blue for the color of Mechonis makes me happy. The Mechonis is mechanical. Who would have thunk it? Rhine, apparently. Rhine is the only one who could have thunk it. a true genius of his time. Not one other person could have guessed that the Mechonis is entirely mechanical. That's the second retro diode. Man, I can't wait to see the looks on the faces in Colony 6. Love this man. Reyn is... honest to God, one of the like biggest idiots in the game, and I love him. Egil didn't know either. He thought it was a banana. He's trying to peel the Mechonis. Oh, Fiora doesn't even need the enchantment, does she? Not sure I get the joke. Was it a quote? Interpret? I mean, I don't know. You dare challenge hereupon? I love how, like, every battle is just intense screaming. Doesn't matter where you are in the game, no matter what fight you're in, it's just constant screaming. Just, it never ends. Everyone has a line to say for every move they make. I'm pretty sure while they're sleeping, they're screaming. The only one who has to worry about being enchanted now is Ricky. Time to listen to Mechanical Rhythm a bunch, heck yeah. It is a good track. He says he can feel the Mechonis, and I thought, feel. After getting a third party member, you can't hear anything other than shouting. It's anime, everyone screams. They're either saying their lines or they're making sad faces on the left of the screen. Or they're screaming because they got punched. Like, really hard. And 9 times out of 10, it's Shulk who's screaming in pain.
What's up, Shulk? Look, it's a switch to activate a lift. If we can get it to work, it should take us up.
No.
You want to ride lift?
We can't. There's no power going to it.
Boring.
What do we do?
We get power to it.
If we could find the main power supply...
Okay, people, let's get looking.
Yeah. If we can connect the power to the switch, we should be able to use the lift.
Where they got tapped on the shoulder for 1 damage by an enemy and they're still shouting in pain. I think I've only ever played one game where, like, the amount of damage you take determines your character's reaction to it. Because Phantasy Star Online 1, for example, if you get hit and the attack does no damage because your defense is too good, you'll just block it every single time. If you get hit and it's not a very strong attack, you'll recoil, but you won't, like, have much of an effect. But if it deals, what was it? I think, like, 10% of your health and damage, it'll knock you flat on the ground. Because that all makes sense. they see a level 80 Mechon and they reach the highest octave, that's still audible to humans. You won't get knocked prone either with a low damage hit in PSO1. Yeah. Jesus, 10%, that's not a lot. In PSO1, that is a lot, actually. It isn't for early game, but like when you get to late game, if you're still getting knocked down on the ground, that means you really need to rework your armor. Level 90 and they become a dog whistle. I was hoping there was something there that I could pick up. Man, at some point I should do like a Phantasy Star Online 1 stream. Just because that game, I may not have played it a whole lot when it was like alive in an official sense, but just, man, it's good. I could collab with you on it. Oh, you can. It's really easy. You would just download Affinia. It's a private server. What? Help. It's a game meant to be played by a small group. Oh yes, for sure. If I was to stream Phantasy Star Online 1, I'd do it when I've got a group set for it. Huge fan of PSO 1 and 2. Purely 1,000 hours or more as a kid. I don't know how much time I put into it. Both of Trox needs 2 reinforced jets to make the boots. That's both of them. We'd better get them back to her. I do remember that the very first time that I played on the private server, I dragged some friends of mine over to play. Inters, Swedish Cat, and who else was with us? I think it was Rave. I think Rave was with us. Now, all of those names probably don't sound... Why is it named Moist? Why is it named Moist? Of all names? Really? This is the first game I did a true grind for something. Specifically a sealed J-sword. Oh, alright. Come back here a bit. Alright, now engage Moist. All caps Moist. Yeah. Monano Buster is not good. Try to remember that. Just pretend it's pronounced Most. Does look like a squid. But I wouldn't call a squid moist. Do you think that fish know that they're wet? Like, genuine question. Like, how weird would it be to just realize way late at some point that, hey, this is how you've been living the whole time. Gold Clover's Profound Hour. To be honest, I have plenty of moments where I get a little profound. Oh boy, we're recoloring monster designs now. Better yet, do fish think we're weird for being dry? I mean, if they can process that information at all, I'm sure they would. There we are. Recoloring to a pretty ugly green in the context of every other Mechon ever. Fish should be more concerned with us being predators than us being dry, I think. Realistically, yes, but we're talking about in a situation where the fish are capable of, like, sentient thought. And if a fish was actually capable of that, I can guarantee you that it would be studied rather heavily by scientists. And they would want to know these questions just as much as I do. Like, the answers to them. What's this corn dog doing it out here in the middle of the ocean? Bill Engvall. Okay, this music reminds me of something, and I don't know what. What is it reminding me of? Cynthy, heck yeah. That it is. I just wish I could remember what I'm trying to remember here. My brain is telling me it's like a PS2 game. Perhaps it was one of the many mech games that I played as a kid. I played a lot of mech games on the PlayStation 2, albeit none of them were actually ours. They were owned by my cousin. ow. No. Grunt, huh? Okay, can't walk past him. Alright. At the very least, we do decent damage now. Especially Shulk, since he's upgraded. That's just strictly better. Ricky's voice is a little weird to listen to, mostly because I'm used to the Nopon of Xeno 2, who are a lot younger. Same with Shulk's voice. I mean, Ricky is also 40 years old. Actually, I think, now that I think about it, the music track that's playing here reminds me of, what was that Digimon game? Digimon World? Is that what it is? I don't remember what it was called. Don't know anything about Digimon? Digimon used to be my jam for a while there. Like, a lot of the time with Pokemon, as, you know, the monsters grow, they become bigger and more fearsome. In Digimon, they get more belts, they have more guns, and eventually they basically become a walking refrigerator, just strapped to the teeth. This unique monster is in a terrible spot for progression purposes. Pokemon get bigger and cooler. Digimon sometimes become a person. Yeah. Maybe you already saw on the music chat in Discord, but I've been loving Guilty Gear music. I need to play more of Guilty Gear, actually. I have it. Oh. I might need to level up to get past this unique monster. Actually, no, we're starting to pull back now. There we go. That was rough. I thought for sure that would have been the end. Armor-clad Faith is so good. I, honest to God, need to spend more time in Guilty Gear. I have Guilty Gear Strive, but I have not played enough of it. To be honest, as much as I like playing fighting games, I'm not very good at them. Which, yeah, sometimes it leads to me not quite absorbing things properly. Because I'm not very good at remembering things, if I'm going to be honest. Need to play Guilty Gear at all. Guilty Gear Strive is my first Guilty Gear game. I've never actually played any of the other Guilty Gear games. I played BlazBlue, or BlazBlue, however you want to pronounce it. I like games, but I'm bad. Yeah. I missed that. Why do I get the feeling we might accidentally be reactivating Mechonis one step at a time? Still. The main experience that I have with fighting games is with BlazBlue, Mortal Kombat, and like a little bit of Dragon Ball Fighter Z. But it's primarily BlazBlue for me. I mained Taukaka, who is a character that, from what I understand, is very low tier in terms of actual viability. That did not stop me from playing as almost strictly Taukaka. Looks pretty fully activated as is, just immobile on full scale. Well, that's what I mean. I played Touhou 12.3 as your only real fighting game. I suppose we all have at least one fighting game we've tried. Think I know that character. Taukaka is pretty popular, yeah. She does have a cat hoodie, but she's not a ghost. She's a member of, what was it, the Kaka clan? Basically, she's a cat person. She's also dumb as bricks. Then again, a lot of characters in BlazBlue are dumb as bricks, just in their own unique ways. We need 3 pieces of this bronze wood for Mixix's parents. Huh. Akatsuki? Kakatsuki? I'm not sure I understand. Dogma. Dragon's Dogma. At least this is a new Mechon design. Naruto? Barely know what they are either, just know the name. I mean, I dropped Naruto real early. It wasn't because I didn't like it, it's just I lost interest in it for something else, and I don't remember what. The red cloud jacket. I don't think I even got far enough to understand what that is. Oop, I missed. There we are. Never followed any of the shonen series that includes FMA. Full Metal Alchemist? You haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist? Ah, that's a good one though. I strongly recommend it. Dragon Ball Z, I can understand that. Inuyasha, I liked Inuyasha, but I don't remember much of it. I think I lost interest in Naruto around when I'd browse YouTube and find Naruto Shippuden episode 700 plus on my recommendations. I think around the time that I dropped Naruto, it was just after Rock Lee dropped his training weights. I missed again. My timing is super off today. Eyes Fairy Tail from afar. I have never actually seen Fairy Tail. I heard a lot of good about it. I don't know, something never stuck to me with it, so I never really picked it up. Okay, for real though, the first couple notes of this music track remind me so much of like the Metroid Prime 1 main theme. Not many people have all the way through. It's probably one of the longest series by episode count, even longer than One Piece. Rock Lee dropping the training weights was the peak of Naruto, and it only went downhill afterwards. That's probably why I stopped, because that's the last thing I really remember engaging in. Just ignore me. I see that there. I can fight you just fine. I remember when Naruto was like all over the internet though. That's been so long now. Oh wait, I wonder if I have my series mixed up. Go past the slowly, it's vision based on movement. I don't know if there's anything that's like that, but you have to go slowly against these, like, smaller things right here. Because they're sound-based. Sasuke, AMV, Linkin Park, Numb. Yep. That was super common, you know, before YouTube came in and gave us all the worst copyright system to work with. It's a lot better now than it used to be. But man, it was terrible. Oh, don't... I have to fight the I'll give it a shot. Tell you what, if I perish, I'll call the stream for the day, because, you know, we've got the nice 2 hours under belt. That's my minimum. Where did you go, Fiora? Ah, the internet of 2007. I find it very weird just how much the internet has changed over the years. Oh, the unique monster backed off. That's actually perfect. Okay, yeah, Fairy Tail has 337 episodes. One Piece just has just shy of 1,000. Not comparable, but still quite many. Ugh. One Piece is a series that I cannot get into. And it's not because the, you know, series is bad. It's just intimidating. There's so much to go through. Final Fantasy is intimidating to me for the same reason. Okay, so one thing I will say is that in terms of like Final Fantasy, there's less reason to be as intimidated by it than, say, sorry, than One Piece, because it's not a continuous story. when it comes to Final Fantasy, there are very few of them that are even remotely connected to each other. The most connected series in the entire, franchise are literal sequels to other ones. Like, all of the Final Fantasy VII games and the Final Fantasy X-2 game. Unfortunately, I'm both a completionist and a chronologist. Well, that's going to be a problem because it may be long, but like, I think your worst one is easily going to be 9. I love 9. Like, don't get me wrong. Zidane is a very cool character, so is Vivi. But it really cannot be stressed enough just how much of a grind some of the better gear is in Final Fantasy IX is. Because... oh... Pass out right here. There we are. Progress. Oh, it's glowy. If I had to recommend anything for Final Fantasy, though, it would be to probably start with the older ones, if you really have to play all of them. Because if you save them for last, you're going to have the most miserable experience. So probably start with 2, and don't feel bad if you have to drop 2 for one reason or another, because 2 is just ugh. It's not even fun. There we are. I grabbed everything there. Juicy steak plant is a weird item name. Yeah. Nyom. There's conveyor belts in like the High-Entia city. And if you do it just right, you can just launch Shulk into the stratosphere with how fast you're going. And it's great. When you played PSO1, which class did you prefer? Hunter, Ranger, or Force? I found that a lot of my time was spent as a hunter, but I could play basically anything. Use the conveyor belt to fast travel to Eagle's lair. Just fly in and deck him in the face. I mean, if I can punch him before he gets into his giant mechon, I think I can beat him. It would also give me the benefit of him not having to talk into a paper cut while fighting me. Seriously, what was with those voice lines?
Whoa! Don't look down. Anyone know where we are? Other than high up?
Maybe somewhere around the thigh?
The thigh? You mean we ain't even halfway there yet?
Stop moaning about it. Look, we can make camp over there. Let's rest for a while.
His literally inaudible battle quotes. For real.
Fiora, are you sure you're feeling okay?
I feel a bit like I haven't got used to this body yet. But please, whatever you do, don't tell Shulk about it. I'm sorry, Dunban.
Don't worry about it. Back when my arm was injured, it was you who took care of me.
I'd almost forgotten. It seems so long ago now.
Thanks, Ryan.
Doing a spot of maintenance?
Yeah. The sighting's been a bit off lately.
You know, Mikol let us have some new parts. I could make you a new rifle if you want.
Thanks. But I want to keep using this one for now.
Shulk, get a clue, man. It's more than just a weapon to her. She can't just throw it away and get a new one.
Yeah. I suppose so.
If she let anything happen to it, I bet she'd get a whack from old Atharon.
Doesn't my man ever rest?
Not a chance.
Charlo's gonna get a hell of a gut punch.
Rely on the defense force. Our readiness and our will to keep on fighting.
We never know when the Mekon will strike next.
No. But I won't let anyone else die.
Mekon is kind of sick, though. So sick you can camp on it. Well, so is Bionis.
If only I had more power.
Stop it! Gado, it's not your fault!
We lost.
It is pronounced Gado.
3 alone.
Listen to me. Nobody knew that so many Mekon would come. More people would have died if it wasn't for you.
It's not about reducing casualties. We lost 30 men. And we've lost the fortress.
Those men died for nothing.
Would their deaths have meaning if we'd won?
Yes. At least they would have died for something. This is the end now. It's either the Mekon or us. I don't care if I'm the last man standing. I'll take them down!
Hey, Ryan.
What is it?
Do you want to beat the Mekon?
Of course. What are you asking that for?
At any cost? Even if it means giving your own life?
Giving my own life? No way. I can't do anything if I'm dead. I'm gonna take down the Mekon and survive. And there's no way I'm gonna lose Shulk, Fiora, or you along the way. We're all gonna win this and get out alive.
If only we all thought like you.
What do you mean?
It's charming.
What?
We should get moving. We don't have time to hang around.
Ryan, did you rest well?
Yeah, I feel great.
It looks like we're about to re-enter the Mekonis. Brace yourselves.
Got it.
Well, yes, Ryan, that would happen to be correct. Can't do much if you're dead. For sure.
Dun-Dun, you okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Just my imagination.
Unless you become a ghost. True. You can do quite a lot as a ghost. I speak from experience. I love how the NPCs have no idea how to handle the conveyor belts. Oh, hello, everyone. Offensive Honey. Interesting name. Got places to go, gotta wreck the Mekonis. Got a lot of things to wreck, really. Never-ending stream of destruction. Defensive Onion? There's offensive honey and defensive onion. I'm kind of disappointed that green one isn't sour cream. Viola. That one's not too bad. Infernal Rossell. There's another Dogma. Oh, hello. Like, these enemies have a decent name. Offensive Scout. And there's the honey. Yep, the onion, it has many layers. That's its defense. Some very interesting names for these mech on here. You break the Mechon, there's a slightly identical, slightly smaller Mechon underneath. I don't think you actually see enough enemies like that, thankfully. Actually, I don't know if you see any like that in these games. Final Fantasy VII has really weird enemy that splits into smaller lads. Oh yeah. Final Fantasy VII has a lot of weird enemies, though. Like, Hell House is a very good example of a weird enemy. I don't know any other game where you fight like a giant demon-possessed dollhouse as a regular enemy. Hell House is cool. They are, it's just a very weird concept. Given the theme and, you know, everything of the game itself. Can't get me when we're up here. We have a height advantage. Though you are flying monsters. I think Hell House is like the one enemy that just genuinely looks weird compared to the rest. Their deal is they're disguised as houses and hide in the slums to eat people looking for shelter. Yeah, that sounds about right. Trying to give you coupons for your pizza. Oh, honey. Yeah. Ricky, burninate it. New arts manual. We didn't get an art manual. Oh. You're passing up free money. Oh, right, V. Were you here for the Outward stream yesterday at all? Wait, no, that would have been like super late your time. That's right. You would have missed it then. So Loot Cat, one of the other V cats, actually got invited to do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. So we've actually reached the point, us V-Cats, where people are starting to actually think about sponsoring us, I guess, which is interesting to think about. Loot Cat and I could not stop laughing about it when we found out about that. Ooh, ow. Oh, that's why we're dying so quickly. Of course, the first ever offer is Raid. It's always Raid. What is happening to Ricky? I'm curious what other offers will show up for us Ricky is being atomized. Ricky managed to avoid being atomized like several times.
Looking good too, Fiora. Ricky! Don't let it get to you.
I mean, he survived swimming in ether 20 times. The heaviest Mechon weaponry only tickle him. All-powerful Ricky.
Leave this fight to me.
We need full power, Ricky.
Double blade!
We can definitely do this.
I'm feeling pretty good. You'll have fun. You want fun too.
This is the Monado's power. Fiora.
I'm gonna go all out. There's no escape.
Okay, just one more lap. Alright, I'm feeling it. Okay, let's finish this.
There we are.
Right, let's keep going.
I kind of wish the game would stop having those encounters where it's like, oh yeah, battle this flying Mechon on a thin bridge. It's like, no, why? Here we are, the second button has been pressed. I think once I press that button at the very end over there,
I'm gonna go all out.
I'm going to call the stream. Because I feel like there's something big at the very end of that. So probably wise. I was answering your question before you even asked it. I'm psychic.
Don't worry about
Cursey chat delay. Yeah, the chat delay will be there no matter what. Even with the best of internets. Those are just strictly better. What a noise, Fiora. Huh. I really do like the music of this place, though. It feels weirdly nostalgic. Which is weird, because this is my first time playing this game. I wonder... Oh, you know what? There's a possibility I heard this when I was still playing World back in the day. Because a lot of things I found that, like, I remembered but never played the game to came from World, which is spelled W-H-I-R-L-E-D. It was a social game I used to play a lot on the browser. Right. We have opened the door, and that's probably a big thing. So we're actually gonna save. And we actually almost made it to 3 hours for this stream. Not bad. Wait, I have new options? What? When did I get this? Weird. Fun stream today. The early parts is mostly fun for the Mega Man chat. Yeah, I should play Mega Man at some point. Like, on stream. I know it'd be something that I'm familiar with, which... You know, some people prefer to see first-time stuff. Me, I kind of like doing a mix of both. Like, stuff I'm unfamiliar with and stuff that I am familiar with. But for now, the main deal is that after Kingdom Hearts 2 is finished, we'll move on to Final Fantasy X. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do after this one. I might try Ni no Kuni, assuming that the the Ninja Gaiden community challenge isn't finished by that point. Suppose you'll be seeing next week, hopefully. Oh, right. So I actually changed my availability at work, so Monday and Wednesdays should now actually be consistent. So now I shouldn't have to worry about what time I potentially have to do streams anymore. So that'll be really nice. Oh, Ni no Kuni, haven't played past the first chapter yet? Well, you better start playing. I'm gonna be charging in soon enough. But yeah, like, my schedule should now be significantly more consistent. Resident Evil 8 streams will not be consistent, however. I guess what I'll do is, whenever I've got like 3 days off, you know, 2 of them being the consistent ones and another being whatever else. Whatever happens to be that third day off, I'll inform everyone on my channel for the VCats Discord, and we'll do Resident Evil 8 on those days. And once we finish Resident Evil 8, I think I'm going to just stick to 2 games, so we don't have to worry about scheduling for anything else at that point. For now, however, we're going to call it. Thank you, V-Sheep, Bulldog, Windex, Vic, Gabe. There was someone named, like, Sundre that came by. Thanks for stopping by. Looking forward to next Monday. Yeah, we'll try to complete Space Paranoids. Kind of not looking forward to doing that bike section, if I'm going to be honest. I'm not very good with reaction time. Regardless. For now, we'll be headed over to Loot Cat. Y'all take care, and have a lovely day. Ciao!